wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life.
Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Jordan and you're watching Criminal Crafting, where we talk about all things true crime, missing persons, cold cases, court cases, you name it, we talk about it. We also craft while we talk about it. This video is a little bit different because of the Johnny Depp case. We've been covering a lot of that and I haven't had a chance to be able to get our crafts in. But we are very, very busy working on our 4th of July launch. And I'm so excited to share with you guys what we've come up with. So that should be out this week. Keep an eye out for it. And I'll make sure to do some videos with those crafts in it so that if you want the crafts, you can have a little tutorial for them. I would love any recommendations of any cases that you'd want me to cover, any missing person cases you want me to cover. Today's video was highly requested, and I know the Johnny Depp case has been over for a little bit, but I couldn't not make the video. So this is a video just with some of the funniest parts of court. You guys, I could have made like 10 videos on the funniest moments because there were so many funny moments. So I hope that you will subscribe and stick around to see what things I come up with.
Charlie Dunnett, who worked with Elton for years and years. And
Mr. Depp, I appreciate that. My only question was just to confirm that you had sent that message to Elton John, nothing else. Thank you, sir.
So I'll just stop talking.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time.
Sorry?
I just said I want to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time, and I trust that you do too. So,
I don't feel that I'm wasting anyone's time, sir.
Johnny at one point insisted on buying me a horse, and I, of course, said that's extravagant. There's no way I could accept that. That's also how will I take care of that horse? You know, it's just so extravagant. And then showed me a picture of this horse and said, "It's yours." I had resisted for I think about like a month and a half or something of him kind of bringing up the idea and me saying, "That's a crazy gift. No, thank you. No, that's incredibly generous, but I couldn't accept." To all of a sudden I had a colt.
Oh, happy honeymoon. So it's 31st of October.
Any objection?
Hitting the wall hard based on the accusations that she brought. I'm sorry, I was talking. Is that all right?
You'd answer my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit. Thank you.
As long as you're happy, sir.
On your screen, please.
I figured that out.
The top text on the screen.
Okay, I didn't know if there was a specific, if it was third from the bottom or somewhere around the corner.
You know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
it? I can ask that question.
Overruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself kind of in the target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client for you.
A little argumentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
Now,
to be honest, a bit more relaxed, no sort of uptight. But he's not out of his head. He's perfectly functioning. I mean, you can talk about anything, any conversation you want to talk about. He's got a very high tolerance for any substance, Johnny. You know, I would say so. You know, I think Jack Sparrow's more drunk than Johnny Depp, to be honest.
Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
No.
Mr. Depp had his piss out of his pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember
Relevance.
seeing Mr. Depp.
I'll allow. Next question.
These things could happen very quickly if you disagreed.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive. She just asked, how did that happen?
I believe he was about to explain.
Well, I'll state the objection. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Depp, specifically, how did the injury in this photograph occur?
I'm sure it hit me. Is that better?
What did you tell Miss Heard about the staircase, or Kate Moss?
I'll make it easy for Mr. Rottenborn.
Objection, Your Honor. Ms. Heard simply testified that she had heard a rumor, and that's
What's a rumor?
non-responsive to the question.
Sir, hold on. This
Sorry.
objection. I'll overrule the objection.
Misstates the facts and evidence.
I'll overrule the objection.
Sorry, I was drawn by Mr. Rottenborn's voice.
Certainly.
What was you like? What was it?
And Mr. Depp's also provided you gifts, correct?
Gifts?
Gifts. Money, gift.
Yes.
And,
No. Yes, Johnny's gave me gifts. I've given Johnny gifts.
and he's given you gifts over $8,500, correct?
$8,500.
Yeah.
He gave me a lot more than that.
Okay.
Yes, I remember, because like I said, I always make eye contact with someone I'm talking to, but I'm not looking to find something like oh, your makeup's wrong, you haven't have to change your eyebrows, or your eyelashes are not even. Oh, you guys send me the papers to review, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to review them because it's been so long. It's like just don't want to deal with this anymore.
Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you? You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka I didn't see 21 Jump Street when it happened, or whatever it was about. No, I did not.
All right.
So I just smiled, made a joke about how trashed the trailer got, and we had to get the manager, who started off furious, and Johnny had an exchange with him. It just went away. You know, that just got fixed. We walked out of the trailer at some point. My dog stepped on a bee. We went to the vet.
I don't remember. I don't even remember what I got for breakfast.
Exhibit number 1. You were asked by Ms. Vasquez about why Mr. Depp won't or can't look you in the eye. She played a tape in which Mr. Depp said, "You will not see my eyes again." Do you recall that?
I do.
And that was, do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Yes. It's seemingly so stupid. Oh, never forget it. It changed my life. I was sitting on the couch, and we were talking, and we're sitting next to each other on the couch, and I asked him about the tattoo he has on his arm. I didn't know what it said, and he said it says wino. I didn't see that. I thought he was joking because it didn't look like it said that at all, and I laughed. It was that simple, and slapped me across the face. I just stared at him, kind of laughing still. He said, "You think it's so funny? You think it's funny?" And he slapped me again. Second slap, I know he's not kidding, but I don't know what else to say or do, so I just stared at him. And he slaps me one more time. Hard. I lose my balance. At this point, we're sitting next to each other on the edge of the couch, or I was on the edge of the couch. Didn't physically hurt me. I was just sitting there on this carpet, looking at the dirty carpet, wondering how I wound up on this carpet and why I never noticed that the carpet was so filthy before, and I just didn't know what else to do.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he'd sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay, you said he sustained an injury?
Yeah, but let's try to move along. So, ever heard treat you well, and was she friendly to you in each of these hundreds of times?
Yes. I'm not gonna say no because she was really always nice.
All right, this
I
is my
don't
last.
think she would be nice.
Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes, sir.
Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes, sir.
And you wrote that about the, did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Did I read that right?
You did, sir.
Did I read that right?
You continue to read them right, yes.
And you were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there?
It's my question to you, sir.
No, I wasn't drinking that heavily.
We can, let's turn to the UK
It's
116,
definition,
please.
what you define as heavily, sir.
I was talking with Raquel because her dog got out of her unit. I was told, you know what? I saw your dog was outside. You didn't want me to get too close to it. You know, on the penthouse area, their dog will be fine because it's not, like I said, it's always really quiet. And Mr. Depp owns everything up there, so it'll be fine. They come down. They say, somebody tried to get into my unit. There's scratches on my door. Say, and like, I'm really sorry, but who will think is gonna get into your unit because it saw some scratches on the door, like, what, 4 inches above the door? Because the dog was scratching the door, was trying to get in, and they thought about someone trying to break into the unit. I said, in my head, I was like, you think someone's trying to get into your unit? There's scratches like 4 inches above the floor on your door. That was the dog trying to get into the unit. They were so afraid. Oh, someone's trying to get into my unit. They're like, oh, come on, really? And I actually, when they asked me to go inside the unit just to check room by room to make sure no one was there. So I did that. It's part of my job, make sure they're safe, but I didn't understand why they want me to do that. Like, I don't know. I just so stressed out because of this. I just don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with this court case. Everybody got problems. And I don't want to deal with this no more. I don't want to put this with any more words.
You have a drinking problem, Johnny?
Objection calls for hearsay. What the
A
doctor.
different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. For him to cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
I'm not just sure it's offered for the truth of the matter asserted.
He got it.
Okay, all right, well then.
I'm learning. Let me put it a different way.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint?
Yeah.
I poured myself a large glass of wine.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
And what was the place where you were going to live that Mr. Depp offered you?
The Eastern Columbia building.
Did you take him up on that offer to live at the Eastern Columbia building?
Yeah, of course.
When did you move into the Eastern Columbia building?
The next day after we met and we talked. The next day.
He'd had a conversation with Ms. Heard.
Hearsay, Your Honor.
Let's move beyond the
All right, let's move
conversation
on.
that Kevin Murphy had with Ms. Heard.
He said, yes, they had. Okay. Yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers. I don't know.
Sure, we're happy to take care of that.
Okay, so I'll make that 380A.
We can fight over the rest of it later, but for
It's-
now, this will be just
Plaintiff's
this.
380A.
Plaintiff's 380A. Would you
Okay.
like, we're happy to take care of that if,
That's fine, somebody just gives me that 1 minute.
oh, I'm told it's actually defendants, so, oh, they're both 380, so take your pick. So we'll get it to you. How about that?
Oh, joy. Okay. All right, somebody's, we're going to go with plaintiff's 380 right now, okay? Try to keep the record clear. 380A and 33. 234. Okay, go ahead.
You talked about the fact that Mr. Depp indicates that from time to time he uses an earpiece.
I read that, yes.
Okay. Did you read the testimony of Mr. Wyatt, who told you what was being pumped into that earpiece?
Yeah, I mean, if I remember right, I mean, I think it was lines, right?
No, it was music.
It was music, not his line?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if Mr. Depp was listening to music rather than being fed his lines, does that change your opinion as to his cognitive function?
If he was never fed his lines through the earpiece, which I know he was, but read he was, and that may have been that example, Mr. Wyatt may have said that it was music. I guess the question is, were you having the music during the actual talking of your lines? Is that what you're saying to me?
You know whether Marlon Brando used an earpiece?
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he does not use one now.
Oh, no, I used the past tense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I hope that you guys loved all those funny moments. I know that I did. Johnny himself, I could have made a video just on Johnny's stuff because he was just so stinking funny. He did not like Mr. Rottenborn, that is for damn sure. And the psychiatrist, he was one that I had to rewatch all of his stuff because, you guys, some of the stuff he said was just nuts. I don't know where he came from and why they hired him, but man, he was a character. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stay, subscribe, like, comment, so that you can see my videos as soon as they are up. Comment your thoughts on all the funny moments. Comment what cases you want me to do next. Comment what crafts you'd like to see. I love being able to interact with you guys, so the comment section is kind of my happy place to come in and chat with you guys. So please comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight, and now I'm losing sleep.